How to dispose of a malefic talisman. For anyone who engages in the use of astrological talismans, there will become a time when the talisman has done its work, or something has arisen which shows it is time for us to dispose of the talisman. Perhaps it has completed its work, perhaps we have moved on from needing it in our lives, and even, hopefully not, perhaps, and this is the most serious case, it is creating effects in our lives that we cannot tolerate. It's important to know that disposing of a talisman is not like throwing away or gifting a piece of jewelry. It is the death of an ensouled object. You are ending a relationship with the spirits and those in charge of the care of that spirit at a celestial level. Much like how people handle their own dead, it is quite common to ceremoniously wrap your talisman in some sort of burial attire, whether it be a respectful piece of cloth or even its own burial vessel, and taking it to a place of last rest, maybe a local cemetery. It is also a common practice to return these to the ocean, to the sea. Some practitioners include an offering, coins, whiskey, a last bit of incense, thanking them for your time together and giving homage and respect to the relationship that was created, regardless if it was beneficial or even potentially malefic. It is this space of respect and honoring that ensures that all debts between you and the planetary hierarchy are fixed and fulfilled, and nothing will be lingering post-talisman disposal. What we don't do is throw it in the trash. If you have a talisman that is causing you problems, you do not gift them to somebody else, even if you truly believe that it could benefit them. A living talisman is not going to just deactivate because you neglect it or don't think about it. It is alive. If you are uncertain whether a talisman is creating benefic or malefic effects in your life, I would recommend erring on the side of caution and the side of disposal. You can always commission or buy another talisman. You can't get back the time and life you spent under afflicted circumstances. You are always worth more than any talisman you have. Your well-being and livelihood is always more important than whatever a spirit or a planet is telling you otherwise. A talisman, when made correctly, with proper materials, suffumigations, prayers, and a great election, is one of the most powerful magical tools we have ever discovered in the so-called Western esoteric magical tradition. These talismans, when properly made, represent a living connection and commitment to the celestial powers of the universe that govern all of reality. Thus, they deserve to be treated with the gravity and respect it implies. But the marketplace is full of shortcuts, and it always has, even in the ancient days when talismans were being made. Truly nothing new under the sun. Shortcuts in this art and tradition create objects which are talisman-shaped but soulless. A stone with a glyph does not a talisman make. A beautiful ring with a planetary image, not made under an election, is not an astrological talisman according to this tradition. Any promise made to you about a talisman that doesn't involve looking at your natal chart, and most importantly, your life circumstances and experiences, is not taking into consideration the full scope of what's going on. Now, if you're considering buying a talisman or looking to make one yourself that takes into account your ideas, desires, your natal chart, and your own life circumstances, I've developed a 12-step checklist to help people process and think through some of these considerations themselves. This walks you through the details I've discussed today and transforming them into actionable details that you can move forward from. And if you would like to work more directly with me and either purchase a talisman or have a consultation where we look at your chart to determine an ideal talisman for you and what that could look like, I've also shared information down below for you to review. Now, I take this work very seriously, both as serious as the texts demand and as my gurus and teachers expect of me. So I only recommend talismans that I believe will truly work for the benefit of the individual and the goals they're looking to accomplish. Because in business, maybe you can fool people from time to time, but who you can never fool are the planets. If you can hold your integrity with the planets, their secrets are